Hello, this is David Bartley, Technical BDM with the Intel team. I want to take a few minutes out of your day to walk you through a great training portal that we've designed specifically to get our engineers up to date on the latest IT trends, called the Intel Technology Ambassador Program. So, of course, as we walk through this training today, we're going to, of course, roll out the program, an incentive, but also just for listening today, we're going to put you in for a raffle to potentially win a pair of Apple AirPods. So all you have to do is listen to this entire video. Within the video, we're going to throw out a catchphrase. Simply send me an email with that catchphrase, and we'll ultimately put you in the raffle to potentially win these AirPods. So, to jump into it, what is the Intel Technology Ambassador Program? Well, of course, it is a training portal designed to give you, our engineers, the tools they need to stay up on the latest IT trends and solutions. Of course, this is a 201/301 level training contents, so of course, definitely designed for an engineering level conversation. And the best part is that it's vendor agnostic. It's not particularly, set to any specific OEM, so this can be applicable to all the OEMs that you serve. As well as we have some great vertical solutions too. So if you're working with a customer in manufacturing or say retail, there are different things that are keeping those folks up at night, and Intel has some great training content to get you up to speed on what those vertical trends look like. We also have access to some amazing tools such as the Intel Select solutions, but also our TAP members also get access to our Xeon Transition Guide, Data Center TCO tool, Storage and Connection Comparison tool, as well as, of course, the Select solutions. So great access to some awesome tools as well. So I think instead of going through PowerPoint, it would make a lot more sense for us just to jump right into it and give you a firsthand experience of what it is that you're going to be joining. So right off the bat, how do you get signed up for this? Well, ultimately, myself or somebody on the TAP team will send you an invite to join this program. This will come in email, so definitely be looking out for an email from the Intel Technology Ambassador Program, which will, of course, give you the details of how to get signed up. Once you're signed up, you will, of course, get access to the main page that you see here. Once you get to the main page, you can scroll down and you can see all the great benefits that come with the program. As I mentioned already, we have the solutions library, but where we want to probably focus the most is in our Intel Virtual Briefing Center, which is where you're going to find the webinars that ultimately can get you paid. So let's jump right there really quick to kind of walk you through what we have available. So when you click the Virtual Briefing Center for the first time, it's going to ask you to register. After you register once, you'll still see this registration page, but not a problem. Just simply click the Already Registered here, and then once you log in, it'll give you access to all those great trainings. So head over to the auditorium here. Now once you're at the auditorium, you have access to all the webinars that we've put together today. Now, you'll see there's not only great data center conversations here, but also client as well. But if we had to make a suggestion for the 5 trainings to complete the incentive, we're suggesting to, of course, do the analytics and cloud training series 1 through 5 that you see here. And of course, that only goes through different facets of cloud architectures, but also data analytics, right? From everything from descriptive analytics of, what happened here, all the way up to that journey of cognitive analytics of what should we be doing, right? So great information there. And of course, it goes into different facets like storage, software-defined networking, software-defined storage, security. So definitely, if I had to say where to start, definitely start with those 1 through 5 there. Now, you're also welcome to look at the other trainings we have here, some great information on Cascade Lake, as well as how to use the select solutions. Okay, now that we've headed back here, I also want to make sure you're aware of another great feature of this program called the Intel Solutions Library. So again, the Intel Solutions Library is a digital repository full of collateral and solutions briefs that can be used in support of the trainings you've seen. So again, this is an area where if you have any interest in particular vertical solutions or of course anything you've seen in the training, you can usually find it here in PDF formats that you can back up. So a good example of that is of course if we went into, let's just say, Cascade Lake. You're going to see that there's, of course, a bunch of different collateral that we have here for different OEMs, vertical solutions, like we said. And I will say not everything is, of course, open to us. There's certainly things that are only internal to Intel. But as you can see, we have some great information there. Certainly, if you're going into a customer conversation and you want some collateral to back you up, definitely come check out the Solutions Library to see if there's anything there that can help support your solution. Okay. So another thing I want to make note of is, of course, the newsletter that you see here. Once you're signed up, you will receive a newsletter that'll look like this, and it'll keep you up to speed on all the things we're going to be doing in the next couple of weeks, right? So, of course, this will let you know about new content we've maybe put together or new webinars, as well as to be up to date on the new live webinars that are going to be coming out, that month or the next month. I also want to make note that if you keep scrolling to the bottom here, you'll notice that we also have some great events coming up here in 2019. So, of course, if you're going to Dell Tech World, HPE Discover, VMworld, or anything in between Cisco Live, right? Definitely look at maybe joining one of the Intel on Tap meetings. We'd love to have you there and to meet you face to face. So not only, of course, do you get access to the great webinars, the Intel Solutions Library, but also you get access to our Intel Select Solutions as well. So of course, Intel Select Solutions are basically reference architectures, right? You can almost look at it as a recipe starter for specific solutions like hybrid cloud, tiered storage solutions, vSAN solutions, etc. So of course, this is a place where if you want to start off and say, hey, I want to go ahead and get just a general rough, building block of what the solution might look like, start here. And it's a great place to go ahead and get those jumping off points. Okay, so now that we've kind of reviewed the different places to go within the actual program itself, let's actually jump back into the incentive piece of the conversation. So you might be asking yourself, what's in it for me to be jumping into these trainings? Well, of course, not only do you get access to some awesome content and great repository of collateral solutions, but Intel has actually put together an incentive just for Insight solution engineers to get you jump started in using this program. So let's jump into what that looks like. Basically, we want to put money in your pocket for completing up to 5 of the webinar trainings that you saw within the briefing center. We would prefer, of course, that you did the Intel Cloud and Analytics Part 1 through 5. The time commitment for these trainings is usually between 45 and 60 minutes. Um, we're going to be running this through, of course, the end of Q1. So the way we see it is that if you spend an hour every Friday between now and the end of the quarter, that should give you enough time to be able to complete all the trainings. And of course, the spiff payout is awesome, right? If you do just one, you get $50, and of course, that scales up as you go. With the max total payout being $400 for doing 5 trainings, but it also makes you eligible for a raffle that I'll show you here in just a moment. The payout details is that there's no longer a spiff card or anything you have to keep up with. We will actually pay this directly to your paycheck, and the spiff payout the payout will be at, of course, the end of the incentive. So we'll be paying that out that first week in April. So it most likely won't hit the check until the second paycheck in April. So this is where we do the catchphrase. So if you're familiar with our new Apache Pass technology that's going to be in Cascade Lake, it's basically making non-volatile storage in a DIMM, right? So it is screaming fast. So the catchphrase is go fast with Apache Pass. So be sure to send me an email with that catchphrase, and we'll put you into the raffle to win the AirPods. All right. So for everybody that completes the 5 trainings, 1 through 5, they'll be put into the raffle to win one of these 5 great prizes. These are the ones we have together. There'll be some smaller prizes that we'll throw out there as well, but these are our 5 grand prizes. So if you're in need for a new gaming console or even a new MacBook Pro, I know that many of our engineers are Windows guys all the way, so if you want to substitute that out for a Surface Book 2, we can certainly explore that, or an equivalent device. And of course, who likes to vacuum themselves, right? So of course we have the Roomba 892. Okay, so next steps for you guys is, of course, be on the lookout for your invite email. Once you get the invite, certainly sign up and get started. Reach out to myself or your BDM counterpart from Intel to help you walk through that if you have any questions. And of course, also make note of joining us at one of our Intel on Tap meetings. Again, if you're going to any of these events that you see below, certainly let us know. We'd love to get you coordinated or connected with one of our Intel representatives that's going to be there to have another conversation in person. So again, thank you so much for your time. We look forward to you doing the trainings, and reach out with any questions. Thank you.